All right. Well, how about this treat? We get to start the show today with my most favorite person in the history of the whole wide world.
What's up?
Okay. You do it.
What's up, your mom? Welcome to a Tuesday edition of Morning School with an Bible. Bibles open corner, HuckleRibbon.com. HuckleRibbon.com. What's on my what's on
Motions.com and
PortalEB.com.
good job! Oh, I'm so proud of you. You did so good. All right, Drew decided he wanted to wake up with us this morning. Daddy went to the gym, and when he got home, got out of the shower. When Daddy got out of the shower, guess who was up in his bed barking like a dog? Huh? He was ready to go see Dr. B today. Huh? And what do you get to do after you see Dr. B? Huh? After we see Dr. B, then what?
Go ride the elevator.
We get to go ride the elevator.
Okay.
Okay. That's the deal. He's pretty fired up about it. Okay. It's going to be a shorter show this morning. We have doctor at 8:10 a.m. So we got to get him. That's in 35 minutes from right now, thereabouts. 40 minutes from right now. 35 minutes from right now. So we only have about 10 minutes here. And I got to get him dressed and get him out so we can get to the doctor on time. 4-star cornerback Kai Bates decommits from LSU. Good timing, though, because it's Tuesday, which means get to talk to Shay Dixon today. Shay is on with us Tuesdays now. We're doing that sort of as a standing segment on the show with Shay through signing day. So, and while there's relevance to having whoops. So, Andre Evans out of Nashville had already decommitted. Now Kai Bates out of Florida decommitted. He's not. I don't think he's completely ruled out at LSU. Florida State, Alabama, Tennessee also in the mix there. So we'll see what may happen, but you never know what goes in all the decisions with possibility of NIL or look, if it's just a matter of playing time, Duke could come here and play right away. Pretty obvious. Whoops! But Kai Bates decommits, 4-star, number 101 player nationally, the 11th best cornerback in the country. He was LSU's highest rated cornerback. So, not a great thing. I don't think you can spin. Who says that? Who says that? Huh? Tell Daddy who says that. Duke. Duke is the dog who lives at the park. And Drew loves Duke. Goes and sees him every day. Every day. And Duke's family are so nice that Erica actually texts them daily to see when they're going to be home so they can let Duke outside so Drew can come by for a visit. Okay. Well, that was a fun start to the show. Thank you so much, Drew. Oh, where are you going? You're not gone. You're just coming circling around the desk. Okay. All right. Well, Stacey, good morning to you. So, bummer. Definitely a bummer. Kai Bates decommits. We'll see what LSU has in mind to replace him. I'm certain they'll keep recruiting him. What do y'all think? Court Vision Mids? And see if you can get him back in the class. But Tigers need cornerbacks. There is just no denying that. And the top 2 committed cornerbacks in this class for LSU have now decommitted from the Tigers. So, look, I think it's going to be a year where you're in the portal anyway. Let's keep in mind a couple things here. Number 1, J.K. Johnson presumably will be healthy and back next year. Zy Alexander could return, who was your best guy this year. I don't anticipate that Denver Harris or Deuce Chestnut will be back, obviously. But you could have J.K. Johnson, Zy Alexander returning. We don't know what J.K. Johnson could be. LaTerrence Welch, and then all the young guys, Ashton Stamp, Jeremiah Hughes, presumably back. You'll have this cornerback class. You got some Louisiana kids committed. Wallace Foster out of Warren Easton's cornerback committed. A couple of kids from the New Orleans area. And you're not done. And if you need to go hit the portal, if there's a starting caliber player in the portal somewhere, you got to make that a priority to go get them. So, Kai Bates decommits from LSU. We'll find out what the plan is moving forward after that news. Damon Gilmore, Wendell Norman, Jesse Brown, good morning. With the Saints signing Jason Pierre-Paul, what kind of impact can we expect from him for the black and gold? Minimal. I mean, look, you've got your starters with Cam Jordan and Carl Granderson. Obviously, Isaiah Foskey was a DNP this past week, and if he's going to be out for any length of time, you need an extra defensive end. So Jason Pierre-Paul is a guy who you would assume could assimilate pretty quickly. Obviously, he'd been in Tampa, so knows the division. Your next game's against Atlanta, so it makes sense for those reasons. Damon Hindenburger, good morning. Make it a great day. Gundam, good morning. Matt, thanks for the therapy concerning the Saints yesterday. Jesse Brown, Jason H., good morning. James McKinney, morning. What do you think is the problem with all the DBs changing their minds? Listen, man, I know as fans we try to think of it in terms of there's one overriding issue. It's never just one thing. It could be someone gave them a better NIL offer. It could be they want to stay close to home. It could be a million things, man. And it happens every year. You see guys commit, decommit, flip. It's like, and I know why we focus more heavily on the players you don't get it, because it's the longing, it's the feeling of missing out. But would I love that Kai Bates was still in this class? Absolutely. Is there another good cornerback somewhere in the country that's going to commit to LSU? Yes. So it's just why I never play the really emotional swings of the recruiting game. I mean, there's a million examples of it out there over time. I use the one all the time of Hootie Jones. Everybody in the state just had to have Hootie Jones. Hootie Jones was the safety out of North Louisiana. And, boy, you had to have Hootie Jones. And you don't get Hootie Jones. Instead, you got Jamal Adams. Kind of worked out. So, anyway. Jacob Yetu, morning. Good luck at the doctor. Matt, please tell Miss Benson to fire half the team. I don't have her on speed dial, unfortunately, Jacob. Brad David, good morning. How many interviews did you think Billy Lucci did yesterday? Oh, probably a dozen. Dax Jeter, morning, Matt and Drew. There seems to be a groundswell of support from the national media for Jaden Daniels to win the Heisman as Bo Nix get Charles Woodson by Jaden. You see, I don't like that comp, Dax. I don't like that comp at all. Because Tennessee, Peyton Manning was the prohibitive favorite all year long and was the best player in the country and deserved to win it. And it was just a boring storyline that you had one guy that was so dominant all year. And so there was a groundswell around Charles Woodson in 97. Michigan, of course, shared the national championship with Nebraska. And he was a two-way guy who also returned punts. And so he won it. Didn't deserve to win it, but he won it. This is different because Jaden Daniels is actually the best player in the country. It's not to say Bo Nix isn't a great player. He's the quarterback. He's playing very well, and he's the quarterback of a really good team, of a contending team. But there really isn't as good as Bo Nix is. Jaden Daniels is head and shoulders above him in literally every category, except for the fact that Jaden's team is 9-3, and the three losses aren't because of Jaden Daniels. The only reason they win those games was because of Jaden Daniels. I mean, you lost a game where you put up 600 yards and 45 points. So I don't like the comp, Dax. Oh, man, I got to go quickly. Sorry, y'all. John Malassaw, Shane Danos, Jerry G. Brad, do you agree with Peter Burns that Jeff Traylor would be a good fit for A&M? No. Brian Wynn, Trivia Carter, good morning. Do you think Corey Raymond will come back to LSU if offered? 100% yes. I just don't know if the job will be open and if he will be offered. But would he come back? 100% yes. Abner Neal, good morning, Matt. Your family rocks. Thank you, man. Very kind. Thomas Lamont, LSU averaged under 16 yards per play that Jaden ran or threw the ball. That includes incomplete passes. Just nuts. Yes. When you average 16 yards per play, that's crazy. Vernell Thomas, morning, Scone. LSU got to make a business decision. Got to get rid of Matt House. Jerry G, Alex Van Leeuwen. Matt, last week asked how many yards Jaden would rush against Florida. Your wife said over 200. You shut her down. We've talked about it. Yes, we talked about it. It was crazy. Blind squirrel. Crazy. Jaden Daniels set the rushing record for a quarterback in back-to-back weeks. Actually blew it out the water. Incredible. Shane Bigfella, Weston Weaver, Wacky Chris. If Matt House is out, who would you replace him with? Yeah, crazy. I haven't gotten that question yet. I would start with Jim Leonard. I don't know if that's realistic. A lot of people brought up Blake Baker from Missouri. I think that would be realistic. If Dave Aranda's fired, that's a name worth keeping an eye on. Brian Kelly has hired really good defensive coordinators over his career. I trust him to make the right decision. Brian Penton, Quandre, good morning. Have you interviewed anyone from the Saints hierarchy? Yeah. Loomis, Dennis Lauscha. Yeah, I mean, over the years. Not that I do it often, but yeah. Jacob Thompson, morning, Matt. If you had to guess bowl game for LSU, what bowl game do you think they'll be in if they win out? Rely Quest, it's the game in Tampa. That or the Gator Bowl. All right. Oh, it's 7:45. I got to go. My apologies, y'all. Darren Gagnon, Dylan Horn, Bob Poole, Tyler Baronet, Steve Scott, Charlie Cavell, Jim Arsenault. Good morning, y'all. My apologies that I missed you. We just had to do a quick show today because I got to get Drew to the doctor. So do me a favor. If you're on YouTube, please smash that like button, subscribe up to the channel. Facebook, please like the Matt Moscona page, share the post. If you're just joining us, might I recommend going back to the beginning because we started the show today with Drew and he did our intro. So if you missed Drew's intro today, I would highly recommend just scroll back to the beginning and watch it. We appreciate it. Okay. Apologies for the quick show. I also have to get LSU Daily recorded a bit later, but I'll get that up for you later today and an AFR3. All right, y'all have an awesome day. Thanks so much for being here. Peace.